So what is up, fellow collectors in the house today? I have a Konan statue that I got off the TikTok shop. Stay tuned. All right, so this is actually gonna be my second statue that I purchased off the TikTok shop. Actually, it's off of the same vendor, if you want to say that. And if you saw my unboxing video for Konan, you already know I am not disappointed in this statue at all. Now, the difference between the first statue I got, which was the Mai, it was that one was actually PVC. This one is all polystone and resin. So of course it was a little bit more. It actually came out to just under $400 total. Free shipping and taxes. It came out to just under $400. And again, I dare you to try to find me a deal that good for a quarter scale statue of a very well-known character, this good of a quality for that price. And if you've been following me, you know that Konan here is one of my favorite characters of all time. Just off the bat, I am looking at the Konan statue, the CW Cartoon World statue. I have this small scale statue of Konan right here, and a very small Vibration Stars Konan over there. So when this one popped up, needless to say, I jumped on it right away. And it's a good thing too, because this is actually from Surge Studios, and it comes with a little nameplate right here, or faceplate, whatever kind of a, I guess their version of a certificate of authenticity right there. And this is actually number 2 of 100. Yeah, so only 100 of these made, guys, and I was lucky enough to get one of them. As of the making of this video, I really don't know if Konan is actually still available. The vendor that I see it on, I still watch the live streams, and I no longer see her in the background anywhere, so I'm assuming it's sold out. So starting off with the base, very detailed base, but very simple. If you know the background with Konan, then you would actually be able to appreciate this base very, very much. Just to reference it, it's actually a combination background of her homeland, which is the Land of Rain. And for those of you who aren't familiar with Naruto, basically this land is always just raining, flooding 24/7. And that's why we see the piping right here on the top, where she's walking on the stones as well, piping kind of in the back, broken pipes, etc. And the resin part of this statue right here, the water just kind of flowing upwards. Don't know if it's actually just waves just being naturally from how the place is just submerged in water, or if it's actually Konan with her power using it. But regardless, we can see the resin, the clear resin, clear blue, kind of fading into different lights, clear whites, different things like that, just to give it that adaptation of water / ocean, kind of the foam of the ocean as well. And within it, we do see the little paper, which is part of her power as well. Speaking of which, the front of the base right here is a big old paper origami flower, which Konan actually has in her hair right here. Most of it is actually white, but there's subtle shades of kind of pink, purple coloring within this bed of paper / flower. Right here, the top of the base where she's actually placed on is just a rocky base. As we can see, just a bunch of grays, dark grays, light grays, different tones and shadows of gray. Now it's really cool right here in the bottom, on the side right here, we do see the 3 faces carved, which is the team that Konan actually grew up with. They're kind of in these frog suits. It looks kind of weird. If you're not familiar with the anime, there was a scene where they're actually being trained, and they're actually all in frog suits. But moving upwards, we can see that her toenails are painted. She's kind of wearing these sandals that are actually covered from toe to her entire waist in these leggings. Now the leggings, they look like they just seem to be one solid color. Nothing to really describe other than they're kind of like a very dark gray. Moving up to the coat, you can see the inside of the coat, and also the lining is red. There is subtle shadings of darker reds, kind of black shading in there just to give it that contrast, and also that feeling of depth with the coat. The outside of the coat, we can see the tips of it are actually being turned into paper, which is actually Konan's power. So don't know if she's actually transferring or transforming into the paper, or if it's just kind of remerging, reforming back into the coat. But the coat itself does have a lot of movement. We can see it's kind of flowing not only just backwards, but at a side angle. So it kind of gives that effect of movement, waves, etc. And of course, she has the Akatsuki red clouds right here, one on her back, one on each side, and then one right here in the middle. So we got one in the back, one in the middle of her chest, and two on each side. I think it's a perfect amount of contrast, not overkill with a bunch of red clouds, just enough to kind of show that, yes, she's part of the Akatsuki. And giving the paper effect up here on her arms, we can see is just translating into more paper, whether, again, I don't know if she's turning into it or if it's reforming back to normal. Right here on each side of her coat, the arms, and then right here, she's actually forming this long javelin or long spear made of paper. Just like the rose right here in front, all the paper in her coat and her arms everywhere, it has those subtle shadings of pink/purple. Then right here, because she is known for her origami, she's kind of just showing off an origami goose, bird, something of that nature. Moving up to the portrait, as we can see, Konan has these kind of orange eyes with a bit of purple eyeshadow. Also has a piercing right here and on her chin. Definitely love how the flower right here is the same color as the paper right here. It's always kind of hard to tell if this flower on her head is actually origami or a legitimate flower, real flower, I should say. Definitely like all the strands on her hair. A lot of times when we see Konan figures, Konan statues, it's just kind of two pieces just put together and that's her hair. And what I really like about this one, there's a lot of detail, a lot of texture work in her hair, and it's just enough where it's not overkill either. Kind of blends into the rest of the statue, the look, the feel. But we do have, you know, subtle texture here in the front, bangs, a little bit of hair flowing out on both sides, a little bit tangling within each other, and then right here her bang as well. The color itself, again, it's not quite a blue. I know with different figures and statues with Konan, she's always kind of hard to get the color of her hair, because some people say it's like a blue, some people say it's kind of a bluish purple, dark blue, etc. It's not really definitive what her actually hair color is, but we know it is some kind of shade of blue. But it's not just a bun per se, it actually does show texture where we have one wrapping going under another wrapping. So we do see how the hair is being wrapped right here in her bun. And to finish off, I absolutely love the pose of it. It's just simple museum pose, but very dominant, very aggressive, very fierce, and you know, it says a lot without having to really show a lot. And I'm even more satisfied because I had no idea that the edition size was so low. So yeah, I'm glad I didn't wait on this one. I had no idea what the edition size was, but when I got like, okay, yeah, I'm glad that I decided to pull the trigger on it ASAP. But you know, I'm a huge fan of Naruto, especially Konan here, one of my favorite characters. Hey, I got a tattoo of her right here. Want to watch those videos? Leave it up for a description, links, etc. But let me know what you guys think of this Konan statue that I picked up off the TikTok shop. But you know, I love her, and like I always say, collect what makes you happy.